And look what you get in return for giving God all of yourself, to loving God with all your heart, mind, soul, and strength. He gives you a promise. What does it say? It says that the poor man called and the Lord heard him. He saved him out of all his troubles. Now, look at what it means by the poor man. See, I was reading somewhere in Psalms where David was calling himself poor and needy. And I'm like, this guy's a king. How is he poor? He's talking about being poor in spirit, meaning always needing. Think about someone that's poor, literally. So if you've been watching this channel, I've been posting a lot of unhoused American citizen content. Now, when you're unhoused, aka homeless, you're fully dependent on the Lord. Meaning this, a homeless person is fully dependent on someone else for food. So a poor person is fully dependent on someone else for food, because that means they have no money for food. So they rely on other people, be it, other temples that are serving or people that, just come across with extra food. The point is they don't get it themselves. They rely on it. No different than their clothing. They rely on clothing from other people. No different than their shelter. They rely on this shelter from other people. So you see, it says the poor man called and the Lord heard him. Because when you're poor, you have to rely on someone. In this case, you rely on God Almighty. You see, he wants you to be dependent. But see, what most people do, that's why it's hard for a rich man to enter the kingdom, because a rich man walks as if he needs no one. He walks as if he has everything, so he doesn't have to depend on God Almighty. There are exceptions. He didn't say every rich man won't enter. He said it's hard for it. And the reason why it's hard is because you have comfort from your richness. But see, David was wealthy, yet he was still poor. He understood that you have to always be dependent on God Almighty. So the poor man called and the Lord heard him. He saved him out of all his troubles. But think about what the poor man does. The poor man praises God Almighty with all his heart, mind, soul, and strength, because that's what you do when you're fully dependent. You give all of yourself to the one that you depend on.